All right, we're going to try this again. We're going to do round two. We had a technical difficulty. Welcome back to the Rob Taylor's Tattoo Podcast. We had no audio for the first 15 minutes. So we got this far into the tattoo before we realized it. We got B Simm here.
What's up? What's up?
Signed out of Ethika Music, the man behind B Simm Day in Louisville, opening for Bone Thugs and Harmony on December 20th at Mercury Ballroom here in Louisville, Kentucky. And you missed the first part of the story.
Yeah, you missed it.
You missed it.
So then next time when I get my next tattoo.
Right? We were just talking about how he went from being signed with one label to getting on to Ethika and that space in between. How did you get the Louisville day? Did you get your own day before or after you had gotten signed with Ethika?
This was after.
Okay.
So, about a year or two after.
So then how did you get discovered by Ethika? You had made the song for Louisville.
Actually, this is crazy. I got a guy named Ray Love that's from Louisville. Shout out Ray. He always sends me music, telling me to do this, do that. He sent me this email and it was like, yo, Ethika Music is flying people out to see if like you can get signed. I'm looking at it like it's one of those emails where, yeah. But I filled it out. And then maybe 2 weeks later, I get a email saying, hey, here's your flight confirmation. See you on such and such date. I think it was like a day before Easter. I'm like, okay. So I fly out there. Crazy. They pick you up in like an Escalade. It's like the whole, it looks great. It looks crazy. They picked up another artist with me. The artist had to go straight to the hotel. Had to go straight to the studio. I got to go to the hotel for a couple hours. Pull up to the studio. They come and get me. Play 3 songs. We'll play 3 songs. And we'll play 3 beats and you pick one. So finally, they put me in the booth. I make this song called Just Bags. And everybody in the room's like, dang, this song's crazy, blah, blah, blah. So typically, when they sign somebody, they go, we'll give you a 60-day contract. We'll see you in 60 days. If we like you, we'll sign you. They told me not to leave. You stay here. I'm staying. So I stay there. I guess they had a couple artists before that had already done their 60 days. So the next day they called me up and was like, hey, we want to do a deal. And I'm like, okay. So I ended up staying like 3 or 4 days, but on the second or third day, I had a check in my hand ready to go.
You had gotten kind of burned a little bit from your first label.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go back and get signed again?
I think it's just the fact that it's just another opportunity, man. And I feel like opportunities when they do come, you gotta be picky and choosy, but sometimes you just gotta kind of roll with it and see where it takes you. And I've enjoyed most of it. I really don't want to get into like the sides that I don't like of it, but for the most part, man, every experience is a learning experience, I feel like. So yeah, I wanted to do music, man, like, with a chance to push it to more people.
How long ago did you get signed?
I think that was a little bit after COVID, so that was like either 2021, I believe, 2022, somewhere in there.
And what's it been like since then? Like what have you done and put out? What have you done for the label? What have they done for you?
The good thing is like Ethika did, they compensate you well. And then I've also had my song in, I don't know if you're familiar with the Power series by 50 Cent. One of my songs is in Force. Shout out to my man V. So I got a song that was placed in there. Actually got to like perform and Rolling Loud. Just the overall experience of just even the clothing. Like people be cool with you just because they want some Ethika gear. It's just crazy.
Oh, that's right. Because Ethika started off as like a clothing brand, didn't they?
Underwear is what they started.
And then what made them branch into music?
I feel like, and I can't be 100% right, but the CEO is Matt Cook. He's real into music, and at the time, I think they were dealing with Meek Mill. So he built a studio based off of that. He just loves music, man. I've been around him a bunch, and he'll just always constantly listening to music or trying to make it or whatever. So I guess that was his other passion. I don't think anybody has a passion to make underwear. You know what I mean? At first, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he did. I don't know.
Have you gotten to do tours or like how is it?
Tour wise, I haven't really done any tours. I've done a lot of shows, but I think now what I'm doing is I'm venturing into the countryside. I've always
been label. They don't prohibit you from like jumping genres like that.
No, they actually encouraged it, to be honest.
Really?
At first, because how that came about was Morgan Wallen was a country singer. Probably one of my favorite artists out right now. He had like a deal with the clothing brand. So they were like, hey, why don't we try to pitch some songs to Morgan Wallen? So I was like, cool. I was at home in my studio, and I just start trying country stuff, and I send it to them. Immediately, they want to fly me out and be like, "Yo, can we do some more of it?" And that kind of like started the whole journey.
Well, this will spark the country. So right now you're working on a country album. How many albums do you have out total?
Total albums, I think I have like maybe 5 out, but I've got so much music. My problem is I don't always put it out. I need to start taking my own advice. But now that I'm on this country vibe, I've almost got 2 albums done. I got 1 album complete. I can't wait for people to like really hear it and see like the other side of.
Now, have you always liked country, or like did you just like? How did you branch from hip hop to country?
I've always liked country. Never knew I could do it. Really, my first daughter's mother, she was in the country too, so she kind of like reintroduced me to it. So I would go to like Kenny Chesney concerts and go see like Brad Paisley and different artists. I haven't seen Shania Twain before, like just seen so many different artists. I've always liked it. I like the way, even it sounds funny, but I like the way Taylor Swift writes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's still music at the end of the day. But yeah, that just kind of got me into it, and now I actually love it.
I love all types of music personally, man. My playlist is super bipolar.
What's your go-to though?
It depends on the mood and the vibe. Like I go through kind of like phases too, man, where right now I'm really big on 2 Feet. And
What's 2 Feet? They like
it's kind of like a slow vibe kind of thing. Louis Del Mar. I like Louis Del Mar a lot right now. My go-tos I usually go back to a lot, like old Delta blues. I'm a real big fan of like 30s and 40s blues.
crazy. Never heard nobody say.
Yeah, I love old like Son House and Robert Johnson, Lightning Hopkins, that. And then anything on up to gangster rap, hardcore metal, indie hip hop is a big fan of that. So like anything off of like the Rhyme Slayers, Atmosphere, a big one for me. Prof, I really like Prof a lot.
I gotta look some music up.
Prof's, and he's pretty much just like all independent 100 across the board, man. Just seen him play at the Palace, I think is what it was. And it was great. Yeah, it was awesome. I love my 90s.
Yeah, I guess my genre that people wouldn't know that I like. I'm really a big Sam Cooke fan. Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke. Yeah, from like the 60s, basically. I love his music. But other than that, yeah, I'm kind of like all across the board with it. I don't discriminate. I listen to like the lyrics first. Like most people hear, the beat or whatever. I'm listening to what you're saying.
Got to be a combination, man.
Yeah,
like,
it definitely does have to be like a marriage.
Yeah, because it's got to definitely catch my ear, but then I got to feel it too.
Yeah, makes sense though. They go hand in hand. Can't believe I'm getting a tattoo, bro.
Say what?
Can't believe I'm getting a tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's your first tattoo.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Does it feel like what you expected it to?
I thought it'd be a lot like, I thought it would hurt more. Pause. But like, yeah. And maybe the podcast thing kind of distracts you a little bit more. I don't know.
So then let's go back to the B Simm's day, your own day in Louisville. So does the city hit you up? Like, how do they approach you? Like, hey, we're going to give you your own day.
My guy AT kind of set it up. I mean, I guess it's just based off of, accolades or what you contributed to the city. So he talked to the mayor about it, and they gave it to me, and we threw a party and had fun that day. Yeah, it's not like the key to the city, though. If I had that, then it'd be a little different. That's what I'm working on next.
And how does something like that get proposed?
You just gotta do some big shit.
Okay. How you gonna end up with one of your faces on one of those tapestries?
That's definitely one of the goals, man.
Down the side of one of those buildings on 65.
Yeah, for sure. Jack beat me to it. Static beat it definitely. It'd be dope to have that for sure.
So you went from opening up for Lil Wayne.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people on those tours, like Lil Wayne, Jeezy. Then I went on like a tour with like.
Has it been like? Do you find yourself comparing where you are now to certain heights in your career, or does it
always
you're always like reliving like the highs?
Always.
Okay.
I mean, I don't dwell on them, but I always think about them, man. Because like at some point though, it's still a shock to me that I even did it. You know what I mean? I was just a little kid that liked to write in a book. So even the fact that I can say it, it's gonna stay in my head forever anyway. Do I remember most of it? Hell no. There's some footage I can go back to sometimes and look at and be like, yeah, that was crazy. Something I can show my kids, you know what I mean?
Now, did you think that like just because you were there that everything else was going to skyrocket? Did you have like crazy high expectations and hopes?
Of course.
And you're like, oh, I made it. I made it. This is it.
I'm there. Everybody who wants to touch me. That's how I felt. Like I remember like talking to my label one time, like, yo, they were like, yeah, we're gonna get everybody. I mean, they were just gassing us up. Like, we're gonna get everybody chargers. All my homies like, yeah, we about to get chargers. It was just like, at that point, I'm like, yeah, I could do whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, oh no, let's snap back to reality. Let's put you on probation and figure it out again.
So you getting in trouble kind of
it definitely
stepped in the way?
It did because I couldn't move as much. I mean, not using it as an excuse.
What did you get in trouble for?
Well, it's not even a drug to me, but a lot of marijuana.
Oh, okay. Just some possession charges.
Yeah, I look at that like, you know, that was funny too. I always look at the humor, and
yeah, I think you kind of have to.
Being on probation was ass though. For like 2 years, like God. Man.
Yeah, I could see how that, like, just them constantly breathing down your neck.
Luckily, man, it's crazy. I had 3 different probation officers. The first one was mean, but I learned how to charm her. Second one was new, so I learned how to like get over. And the third one knew me from me getting my friend off probation, so he'd go on tour with me. She let him off probation, and then you fast forward a couple years later, I'm in her same office.
Was she cool with you?
It was cool, man. I told her my situation. She would let me go out of town and just call her and let her know when I was coming back. Never once piss tested by any of them.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah. I didn't have like a real job the whole time. Like, I mean, I don't know how. God, I don't know how, man. I skated through that somehow. I will tell people, do not take evidence to try to clean your piss. It's the nastiest thing ever.
Don't try to take, what is it?
I used to take Effordent. It's like a dental thing, and I would drink it the day before or the day of me going to my PO. It's the nastiest shit you'll ever taste in. It's like drinking bleach.
What's it used for?
It's for dentures, I guess, to clean dentures, but I guess it's some hood remedy where people say you take this, piss will never come out dirty. I wouldn't know because I never was pissed, but I did it probably at least 24 times.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just not smoke?
I don't know. I don't think that was an option. First time I walked in, I was like, if y'all piss me today, there's definitely going to be weed in here because I smoked before I got it. My last day of smoke. I think they did piss me that time, and that was it. That had to be all like God or something, man, because there's no way. I should have been locked up.
Now, when you first got in trouble, did you realize it was going to like mess with your music career?
I think I was so in the middle of the music that I felt like I'm a rapper. I'm supposed to get arrested, come out. Like, that's how, I mean, a young mind, like that's kind of how my mind was. It was just like, oh, I got something else to talk about. I was just so caught up in like life at that point. Like my life changed. Like it wasn't overnight, but it felt like it.
How did the conversation go with the label when they were like, look, we're gonna have to let you go? Or were you just trying to get out of underneath the contract? Or
there was a lot of like money issues with them. And at the time I felt like they were trying to push more of the label and then me instead of pushing me and then letting me push the label. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it was a bad move at the, you know, a bad way of thinking. It just didn't work out. At that point, man, I just kind of wanted out of everything. I'm on probation, like doing shit I shouldn't be.
So it was your call to leave the label then? A
little bit of both, yeah. I think it was like, y'all don't have the money, I don't have the time. And it was mutual. I still talk to both the individuals to this day. I actually respect, especially the investor. I really respect him. He put up a lot of cash.
So then musicians have investors just like businesses do?
Yeah, for sure. It's just like a business, man. Now, you can get hot on your own, but then as soon as you are, somebody's going to want to come in and do some business. And nowadays, the tools are there to kind of navigate a little easier. Put your contract in ChatGPT if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like back then, you had to hire lawyers and which you still do, but I mean, like, it's just a money pit for artists. It's almost like taking a school loan.
You take on an investor?
Yeah, or a label, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, like, they're going to throw you some money, but it's going to have to be paid back.
So what happens if they sign you, they throw you some money, and you don't sell enough to pay them back? Do they still come after you in some type of way?
Some of them could, but I feel like my situation is, I think it was more negligent on their part. We just kind of washed hands. I bought myself for $1. Bought my contract for $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Still got it in case something ever comes up.
That's funny. So then with this opening up for Bone Thugs, is that something your label sets up, or is that something you set up? How does that work?
I literally kind of like manage myself.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? It's just like...
Do they offer management services?
If a label does... You shouldn't do it, because that's where I messed up in the first place. Like, the guy who ended up running my label was essentially my manager at first. He just got investment. So, which in turn turned him into my label. You see what I'm saying? There was a conflict of interest from jump. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I would say have a manager, but in order to have a manager, you have to have something to manage, if that makes sense. Like,
sort of. Like,
if I own McDonald's, I'm going to go hire a manager. My manager's going to have work to do every day. He's going to be bringing in, there's money coming in. Some people think that a manager is just supposed to magically make everything happen. No, they're really supposed to manage what you have going on. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Just like in any job. But you're the boss at the end of the day, and the manager works for you, but you still have to give this manager work to do.
So how does the manager get paid? Do you pay him out of pocket? How does that work?
Managers usually eat what they kill. So if I go get you a show and they pay $5,000, okay, well, I need my whatever you worked out, 10 to 20%. Right, it's like a middleman, really.
Okay.
But sometimes a manager usually is, you're getting a 21-year-old kid, and the manager's already, in his 30s, he's already made a little money. So he's going to end up paying for shit for you, expecting a return. It's like, all right, I got you your first apartment. I'm paying, it's always
right. It always seems big to the younger guy, but it ain't shit to the big guy.
Yeah, but you better make this artist pop or you're just going to be out of money.
So aside from your country album you got coming up and the show with Bone Thugs, what else are you working on? What else you got to plug?
Well, hopefully a lot of things will spawn off of this country album. I don't know if I told you, but I got it's all live. I've got 2 members of
the whole album's live?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I got 2 members of Post Malone's band, his drummer, which is Phil, and then there's an acoustic player. And then there's a group called The Fray. The bass player played on, all the songs. And then one of Jelly Roll's lead guitarists on some of his songs played on. So they all played simultaneously. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in person, musically. It took them 2 days, 2 6-hour days.
And they just nailed it.
12 songs. Song an hour.
And they never work together. Just a room full of strangers come in and just make dope music.
I'm pretty sure they may have, because that Nashville scene is way different. We did it all in Nashville.
Jump back into things. I just want to take a minute to let you guys know that I am accepting new clients. So if you would like to tell your story on the show, or if you would just like a new tattoo, head over to www.blackandgray.family or scan the QR code on the screen. Again, that's www.blackandgray.family. Link in the bio. If you guys are finding any kind of value in this, if you enjoy my new show, please like and subscribe. And let's get back to the episode.
But yeah, we were all especially me. I don't even know these guys, and I'm just listening to them play my songs. They're saying shit that I don't even know what they're talking about. They're like, let's play a 3 right here, and let's play a 4 down here. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Comes out sounding crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. I love the way Nashville does music.
Why? What's the difference?
They're more like a 9-to-5 city. Most people go have kids and jobs and other shit they need to do when they're done. They're straight to the point. Typically in music, we're doing, instead of 9 to 5, we're 5 to 4 or 5 in the morning. So it's a different way. And then there's a ton of musicians down there. You can throw a rock and hit a musician.
It's like the LA for musicians.
And everybody's serious. They're serious about their craft. They're serious about the paperwork. Like right now, I'm working with a studio down there called 5301. Those guys introduced me to a lot of this country world that I really didn't know too much about.
So then, had you ever been in any kind of trouble before?
Nah, not no serious trouble. No, should have been. Nah, that was like my first. That was my first eye opener to like, welcome to adulthood. You fucked up.
Were you ever worried that you were gonna get in like big trouble?
I think I do, but man, I don't know what it is, man. I think I keep saying it, man. It has to be some type of God thing because I don't worry as much as the typical person worries. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Maybe it's weed. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't worry as much as the typical person worries. I'll figure something out.
That's good though.
I guess. I wish sometimes I was more structured. I guess you gotta have balance with everything, but I wish I was a lot more structured and calculated than I think I am.
Why is that?
I haven't had like, I do music, so I haven't really had like a clock in job, and I couldn't tell you how long. I don't even know how it feels. But I do know I have a lot of free time that I could be doing more things with, as opposed to like somebody who knows what they're doing at 9 and knows what they're doing at 5. There's more structure there, less time to like bullshit. I believe it's like working for yourself. You don't really have a boss to tell you, hey,
Yeah.
slacking. Hey, like I don't know. I don't think you do, right? You just it's you.
Well, I'm also very transparent about myself online. I've had my fair share of struggles and making bad choices that has affected my career. But honestly, man, like going and putting myself out there publicly about it has helped like keep myself accountable. Because it's not
Gotcha.
just me being like, oh, well, I can slack off today and nobody knows. So no, I got 25,000 people that are watching me try to keep my word about getting my shit together, kind of thing. You know,
I got you. No, it's like holding yourself accountable, which a lot of people don't do. And I'm even noticing now that I'm doing like more interviews and talking more. Like I feel like before I used to have this like interview persona where I had to just keep this little, don't say this, don't say that, try to look cool. Now I just like, I'm getting to a point where I just don't give a fuck about it. I just don't give a fuck. If you don't like me, I don't care. I got a couple people that do, and that's all that matters.
right? So when are you expecting to have this country album come out?
Man, it's a good question because I'm new to it, man. So it's like I don't want to like put it out on deaf ears. So I want to make sure the rollout is. I don't want to overthink the rollout, but I don't want to like. Yeah, I don't want to miss some steps along the way. Like this is a new world for me. But hopefully soon. Hopefully like top of next year. I kind of released one song, not all the way. It was just kind of like a teaser to see the
Now, does
reaction.
the label just let you release songs and stuff? How are they about you putting out like mixtapes and all that shit?
I think it's they're more of a relaxed label. They're not your typical standard label at all. But right now, to be honest, I don't know where we exactly stand. So I can't let anything slow my progress down. It's like tackle that when we get there at this point. If I'm making a lot of money, we'll figure it out.
Do they represent only hip hop and instead of branching in the country, or do they represent like all genres of artists?
All the artists they pretty much signed were hip hop artists. Now I don't know what they've done in the past 4 or 5 months, but typically it was all hip hop artists.
They give you all the free underwear you want?
At one point, yes.
At one point.
Underwear. I mean, I got a tub full. I got like a warehouse, like a storage room, probably about the size of your studio, full of shit. I just bought you some shit.
That's funny.
I'll get you some shit though.
That's
Just
wild.
remind me. Shit ton of shit.
What would you say is the craziest thing that's happened to you that nobody believes you when you tell them? Ghosts, aliens, anything. Craziest thing you can think of that nobody's like, man.
There was this time, I swear, I think I felt the ghost, and I have a witness. There was a girl there named name's Jocelyn. We were in Atlanta. Rest in peace, Seth Perkins. He was there too. Me and Jocelyn was sleeping on the floor. Not like that. We were just sleeping like laying next, like kind of next to each other or whatever. Something happened. I don't know. I felt like a vibration. It wasn't an earthquake. We're in Atlanta. I don't think they get those. And if they do, it's crazy. I don't know. But Man, when I tell you it was a ghost, it had to be. It woke me like, me and her both woke up, looked at each other, and were like, we're going to another room, bro. I'll never sleep in this room ever again. And I could have been high. You know, weed's always a part of something, but I think it was a ghost for sure. Well, I mean, an old lady shot at me. That was like crazy. Yeah, we had this like
An old lady shot at you?
Yeah, this old lady in our neighborhood, man, Miss Bradford. Rest in peace. I know she's probably gone at this point. But we would just, if you were anywhere near her house, she's coming outside with a gun. I mean, we could just be playing tag or, you know, whatever kids do. She'll come out there with a gun, and one time somebody pissed her off just enough and popped that. He ain't hit nobody. But you knew not to fuck with Miss Bradford. Tell me. I forget people's names all the time, but I'll never forget somebody shot at me.
Damn. How old were you?
7, 8.
Oh, wow.
He didn't give a fuck. She's letting that thing go. Like if I was in a war, I want Miss Bradford beside me. He's popping.
Whoa.
It's probably crazier stories, but
Off the top of the dome.
off top, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I'm really getting a tattoo, man. This shit is crazy.
Why don't you have it? How is this your first tattoo?
I don't know. I literally was like,
You're in the music game.
I always, you know what, honestly, to be honest, I used to just think ahead as a kid. I was like, dog, if I get tattoos, I won't be able to do movies. That's how I used to think. And then it got to a point where I was like, I don't know what's meaningful enough for me to get a tattoo up. Like, if I would have got the tattoos I was thinking when I was younger, I would be pissed. Because I wanted to get R.I.P. B.I.G. on my 6-pack. Like, each letter would have an R, you know what I mean? I'm so glad I didn't do that. But no, I guess now I'm just like I said, I'm like, fuck it. For a while, I didn't even let people know I smoked. I just felt like I had to obtain some little fucking made up image. And at one point, I just said, fuck it. I don't care. I smoke weed. Like, part of my life. You drink, I smoke.
I don't think I've ever had a moment where like I cared about, I mean, everybody cares to a certain extent, I guess, but I've never been one to care if somebody likes me or not.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I had that conflict where I wanted everybody to like me at some point. But then at some point, it just something clicked, man. I just don't give a fuck. I know how to say no.
Well, as a performer, isn't it kind of like part of your agenda that everybody likes you? Like you make your money off of people's opinions, essentially.
I know. I guess that's what it was, but then I guess you get to a point where you realize, like, there's some people that just don't like you, period. They don't like anything about you. You have nothing in common. So, like, why do I even want to chase your... If it changes your opinion, great. But if it doesn't, like, it doesn't bother me, I'm still going to go to sleep the same way. Mm-hmm. Like, people might look at somebody with tattoos and be like, oh, man, he's this. And it's like, no. He likes tattoos. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get that a lot, especially with the crosses on my face. People instantly think that I'm anti-God when it's the complete polar opposite. They're St. Peter's crosses. I'm a very Christian, proud Christian. You'd be surprised at how many people would come at me super nasty in the comments about my face tattoos.
His face, dog. He was born with it. Like, and you don't even know what you're fucking talking about.
Right, most of the time.
So and why have to sit there and keep explaining it to people? Like, motherfucker, I don't even care at this point. Think what you think. Just know that you're probably thinking about me more than I'm thinking about you. Getting a tattoo, dog. This is crazy. You know?
Does it hurt worse or less than what you expected?
Definitely less. Now, I guess it depends on what spot you get it at, from what I've heard too. But like, I thought I'd be like flinching or
grimacing your face and all that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn, I'm gonna look crazy on this fucking podcast. I'm a soldier. You see this, guy? I'm a soldier.
So you didn't know nothing of me when I hit you up. Just as much as I don't really know nothing of the. I like it that way. When I hit you up for a podcast, I want to get to know you in front of the camera and let that conversation unfold naturally.
Yeah.
But what made you agree to be on the show?
Well,
what did you know about me?
I looked at your work.
Okay.
They don't know this, but our conversations was real short. It was like, boom, I got a spot. Okay, cool. I'm pulling up. All right, cool. Pull up. Do this. Bow. Boom. I looked at your work. I liked it. And I just knew, I feel like it was just time to do it, man. I feel like I would never have done this probably. And I even said in a song recently that this year I'm thinking about tattoos. And here we go. I'm real big on speaking shit to existence too. So that's why I never speak of like death or anything bad. I'm real, like
manifestation's a big thing for you.
Yeah, I like to speak everything into existence, especially when it's positive.
Have you always had that mentality?
I think so. Really big in the country scene, rappers, you name it. And I'm getting the same reaction I'm getting when I first start rapping. And that feels like, that's the best feeling, honestly.
That validation?
Yeah. Because I tried something different and it just made me go, oh, I could have been doing different shit this whole time. I've wasted a lot of time because I'm thinking, oh, this person might think this. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, don't limit yourself by any means at all.
I think this, like, even the tattoo is like, bro, I would have never done this. And I just pull up like, fuck it, let's do it.
Here we are.
New fucking mentality. I love it. It's a dope idea too, by the way. I don't know where you got it from, but
honestly, I've had the idea for a long time. I just didn't have a consistent flow of interesting guests. And then about a month ago, I decided I was just going to jump in and start doing it, man. If it's too boring at first, well, just be more incentive for get better stories out of people. And it just kind of turned into this. We just telling people stories from the chair, man. I've been doing this for 20 something years. So I've heard all types of crazy stories, man.
Yeah, because essentially you're almost like a barber, but like it's almost like you got to wrap everything into one conversation, just getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Yeah, and then when they come back for more sessions, you know, we've heard the conversation. And, you know, and obviously with like bigger guests, I'll eliminate a lot of the stuff that everybody's already heard in other interviews. And
yeah. No, I get you. It's definitely like dope ass idea. I'm doing like street interviews at games and shit now.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask about that. I've seen that on your Instagram there.
Yeah, and that was just one of those random things, and we were like, let's just do it, and we did it. We were like, let's do it Friday or whatever day it was, and we're like, all right. And I just didn't rehearse, just came out there and asked a couple questions. By episode 3, we have a sponsor, which is Surfside. But
how'd you go about finding a sponsor?
They found us.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like, and that's why I'm like, dude, all these fucking ideas that I'm just sitting on, put them out, because eventually somebody else is gonna do it. I hate when I hear somebody say something. I'm like, dude, I said that. I said that 5 years ago.
Now, is your show strictly on Instagram or on YouTube too, or what's your major platform?
It's mainly Instagram and Twitter for that. But I'm glad you said it, because now I'm my new thought, and I'm putting this into existence. We've been talking about doing like, there should be a show called Rap City in the Basement. You know, like big artists would come in, see this guy named Big Tigger. It looks like a basement. He would interview his guests, and then afterward they do a freestyle. And I feel like that's missing from music right now. Trying to bring that aspect with my studio.
Okay.
So that's my next move. And I kind of calculated all this, and it's just watching it unfold is like, it's definitely seeing that I'm on the right path.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do the whole sponsor thing. Wanted to wait until really got everything kind of dialed in. I mean, you go back and watch the other episodes, you definitely see the evolution of the production value.
Which I love that though. I love like watching, because I used to watch a show called Drink Champs, and I watched it go from like, it went from one space, then the space got bigger, then the audio got better, then the visual got better. Now it's larger than life. I think I love that with like people like starting from the bottom and just going.
Everybody loves a come up story.
Yeah, for sure. Even looking back, you'll probably look at something like, oh, I've never done this. But like my first album, I hate it. I can't listen to it. I don't like the can't stand it, man. But it was the one that when people walk up to me, that's the first thing they even talk about most of it. Because I could see the growth before they could. But to them, it's like, nah, this is what I wanted. This is.
Now, do you find that conflicting when you hear people say they want one thing from you, but your desire to create something different than that? Conflicting?
Always. Because you definitely, it's like the McDonald's McRib. Like if people like it, like bring it back. I don't want to do the McRib anymore, but people like it. You know what I mean? I've grown from that. So now it's just like I said, I still like not doing it for like them anymore. I'm kind of doing it for me. And if y'all like it, come ride with me.
Right. Okay.
What's that, like shading it or something?
Yeah, putting in your color.
What are you doing? Color?
Your red on there.
I gotta stop looking at it. I just want to see it when it's done because it looks. How many tattoos you got?
Before we jump back into things, I just want to take a minute to let you guys know that I am accepting new clients. So if you would like to tell your story on the show, or if you would just like a new tattoo, head over to www.blackandgray.family or scan the QR code on the screen. Again, that's www.blackandgray.family. Link in the bio. If you guys are finding any kind of value in this, if you enjoy my new show, please like and subscribe. And let's get back to the episode. I'm kind of just one tattoo at this point, dude. Literally from like the top of my head all the way down my feet. I mean, I got.
So you lost count at some point.
I just say one. I'm one tattoo.
That's crazy, man. Have you done one yourself?
Oh yeah, for sure. Back when I was bored, learning how to do it, stuff like that. Anywhere I could reach. Anymore though, I hate getting tattooed. I'm a bitch.
For real? Well, all your spots are probably like the fucked up spots now.
Well, just anywhere, man. I've gotten old and comfortable. You know, I'm in my 40s, so I get too hot and I turn into a bitch. I get too cold and I turn into a whiny bitch. Like, the idea of sitting in discomfort for 2 hours is just not appealing to me anymore.
But don't you do like jujitsu or some shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what?
And that's terrible too. Like, you think they're like, oh, you're sore from doing jujitsu, just do more jujitsu and your body will get used to it. That's not a thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, my body just doesn't stop.
Yeah, when you're 20, crazy.
Yeah.
I know, man. That's wild.
And it's a young man's game, dude. You're 40 years old out there rolling with 22-year-olds that are just
they're like at the peak of their life, like fucking can eat whatever.
Yeah, I pivot wrong and blow out my knee. Meanwhile, these kids act indestructible.
Yeah, I just had fucking knee surgery last year. I tore my meniscus.
I tore mine too. I never had surgery on it. So now I just have a weak knee.
God, dog.
Constantly giving out on me.
I will say though, the surgery, worst pain I ever felt in my life. But
Really?
not like the actual surgery, but like day 3 or whatever the fuck it was. Oh my. So that first 2 weeks, man. And I'm not like a drug taker, but they gave me like, I guess, Percocets or something, whatever it was. Still got them to this day, but like I took some of those. I had to.
Damn.
That shit was pain. And it's like, I'm not a person that can sit still. I mean, I was driving on week 2, or at least having people driving me around. And by week 3, I was completely driving. Supposed to sit down for like 6 weeks. Can't do that. The surgery was almost like a year ago today, to be honest with you. If I really want to if I'm thinking about it.
It feels like it takes that long for it to heal.
I still don't want to play basketball. And I tore it a year before.
Playing basketball?
Yeah, but I tore it like a year and a half before I even said, let me do something. I had a fucking knot. They said it was a tumor in my leg at that.
Oh,
luckily it wasn't cancerous. They took it out. I was like, can y'all get that to me? I want to see that. I used to like just pop it in place whenever it came out. And finally one day I was like, I just can't take this.
So being signed like that, do you have any kind of medical benefits? Do they give you insurance and anything like that?
No, we got a stipend though, which was, like I said, Ethika does. One thing they do is make sure you're compensated. But nah, man. Like I remember a rapper named Beanie Siegel talking about that, man. Rap doesn't have, like, they always compare us to athletes, but athletes have so much more. They got insurance. They run like a real structured business. As a hip hop is kind of all over. It shouldn't be like. These people are making millions of dollars off. Take care of their family.
Yeah. You can offer them some health insurance.
Yeah. Or mental health insurance. Like,
yeah.
Motherfuckers don't even got that.
That's a big one.
Like,
I would honestly think I'd rather take mental health insurance over like just regular medical insurance.
Yeah, because I mean, there's people out here, like, you see artists every day dying because they're on drugs or they can't cope with certain things, and chasing fame is like, that's the ultimate drug there, from trying to be famous, not being famous. That shit hurts. And people are constantly picking at you, criticizing. If you don't have a strong mind,
yeah, you got to learn how to ignore certain things.
you gotta block noise out all the time.
Well, you're done, man. Let's go check this out.
I'm done?
Yeah. Check it out.
Oh, shit.
There's a mirror right over there.